Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and we've gotten a little bit done on the space station. So I'll walk you through what we have accomplished, what changes have been made, and what we still have to do. But first, we have to get started. So let's go. So, happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and are having a terrific day thus far. And yes, we have gotten quite a bit done on the station and gotten most of it welded up. Let me show you. Go external here. Now, I know some folks were curious as to exactly what we were going to do with it, and quite honestly, so was I. So, alright, so here's what we've gotten done so far. I need to duplicate these spires, and I'm thinking on this larger area, what we'll do is we'll have shipyard on the interior and large ship docking on the exterior. So what this means is that it's not going to be a uniform series of claws. Like, we'll have the claws on this side, claws over here, and then we'll mirror that on the other berthing over there. But on this side, we're basically going to have, some gantry areas and an area for larger ships to dock in. So what I'm thinking is we'll have landing gear about every third of the way down this side, and then we'll split it on this side. So we'll have one in the middle, one here, and then like one over here. That way, no matter the design of the ship that comes in, you're probably going to have at least one surface that'll come in contact with the landing gear, so you'll be able to actually dock your ship in. Or if your ship is using landing gear for the docking rigs, then you'll be able to attach it. Most likely attach it to another landing gear, but we will have at least half blocks running down the length of this, so that any ship that comes in, regardless of the design, you should be able to dock fairly easily. Sirs are coming out of there. Alright, so I am in the process of making a ridiculous amount of glass. I will apologize ahead of time if it gets a little choppy. I'm trying a new compression format for the recording, because the last couple of Windows updates have done some interesting things to our, our recording setup. So I did go ahead and run a temporary line out here, so we have another Bob just kind of hanging out here. I think he was here the last time we put him in, but I did go ahead and run this down for a temporary connector for our ship to dock up, because we have been out looting lots of stuff. It's rather nuts just how much stuff we've actually picked up. I don't know, since like Wednesday or so of last week. Let's see here. Now remember, this is after I've been welding for a while. So we still have 54k plates. I was up to almost 200k from looting. So the hangar on the other side of this thing, it should be mostly done at this point. In fact, here, let's go take a look. And we had another one of the beacons show up, so we have one of those heavy armor guys out there. And that was the one that I was working on. And we had one of the war bosses spawn at about 6.5k out from that. So yeah, we waited for it to despawn. And where did I put my hangar? Okay, as big as that bloody hangar is. Ah, there we go. I changed the shield setup so that the docking area is now within the shield. So yeah, this is mostly welded up at this point. So what I still need to get some more over here, and you guys are still missing your superconductors. Yes, yeah, okay. We're definitely gonna have to go find some gold in the near future. But yeah, so what I did over here is I went ahead and ran the conduit that we talked about I don't know, like 2 weeks ago now. But yeah, so I ran this, put another bulb over here so that he could keep welding this stuff up. And as you can see, he's been doing a pretty good job of it for us. But this is all, it's nice having all of this welded in. We're just waiting for the last little bit over here, and I'll probably have to bring the ship over to finish this off. And what we can do next time, I think on Wednesday, what we'll do is we'll start working in here, getting this finished up, because we're going to have to do a couple of things, including running some conduit in here so we can put some connectors in. Alright. So I haven't really changed anything inside. We just have, this area in here now. And we still have our reactors. So we only have the 3 here, and then we have some reactors up in the Tower of Power. So we've got, our power needs are pretty well met at this point. Even with the expansion of the shield, so we now have more hit points on the shield, as well as the larger area, we're not burning through our power so much. So that's a good thing. All right. And show you here. Let's get some of this stuff off the screen here for you. So as you can see, we now have a dockyard, and I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I'm surprised it came out as nicely as it did. I wasn't sure, we've been waffling on some of the ideas back and forth, so it's always nice when it does actually work out for us. And we have our ability to go through the entire place without ever going outside the asteroid, or outside of the base, I should say, out onto the surface of the asteroid. Now, we still haven't done I haven't adjusted the gravity system yet. That's going to be, I'll probably do that, honestly, off camera at some point in time before we finish this build up. But I still want to get this area closed in. I want to get the access way that we were talking about into down here, where we're going to have, the walkway run somewhere over here, and then that'll come over and we'll have the lower operations, like the technicians technical operations and not command operations. So yeah. Excuse me. A lot of fire this past week. Way too much smoke in the air. Yeah. So now we have all of these in. So this will be fully closed in at some point. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have, I'm thinking I'm actually going to put an observation area out here. So maybe a couple of the couches. Maybe a corner desk or two. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking that this is definitely going to come out a little bit further. We'll go ahead and do this right now, just to remind me. And then the idea is that we'll have defense turrets out here as well. So because we have the piping out there, we're going to run that down these arms. And since we have the technical team down here, we'll be able to run that. We'll be able to run the conduit or the conveyors straight up here and out, and we'll be able to put the defensive turrets out here. And I'm thinking we'll have one turret on the face, one turret on this face, and then a third turret on this face. And so what I'm thinking is the one that's going to be out here will be a missile turret. The ones on the sides will be the chain guns. And we're going to do that on all 6 of these arms. And then, like I said, we'll eventually cut into that area down there where the yellow highlights are. And we'll have, I don't know if we can get 3 in there. I don't remember. I I keep saying we're going to recount it, and it's either 2 or 3 that we'll have down there. If we can get 3 down there, I'll do 1 missile turret again in the middle, and then 2 chain guns on a chain gun on either side. So, yeah, that's the longer term plan. Alright, so one change that we did do on these is we now have these little bay window style things here, the little bump outs. And so what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to put a dispenser in the alcove here, and then I'm thinking like a small desk or something, just to have a little break room inside each of the areas. And then there is the conference presentation area, whatever you want to call it, at both ends, which is also going to serve as more of a formal break area when it's not being used for its primary purpose. We have to get some doors in there. And then we've also put in skylights all the way through. So what we've done is we've kept the long straight lines on the inner portion, and then we put the bottom of the window where the curves are to the exterior of the build, and we've done that on both sides, mirrored on both ends. In the middle, we've got it basically again where the curves are heading towards space, and the straight lines are mirrored towards each other. On this side, we're going to do the same, where the curves will actually be on this end, and then on the other side it'll be reversed. So that's the design. So what we need to do now is start outfitting this place. Let's try that again. We need actually no, I want the other set of doors, because I want these.
Meteor storm inbound.
So we're gonna have the ability to actually close this off. Now this section is actually going to have some things in it. We haven't. Oh, hello. I'm not gonna lie, that actually scared me there for a second. I was like, oh, wasn't expecting the shadow to be on the window. Alright. And then for here, what we are talking about doing, since this is the operations area, we are going to go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to grab these, get rid of that for a second. No, that's fine. Hold on. Alright. And so we'll have those. No, I don't want those there. I want the ones facing this way on this side, and the ones over here facing this way. There we go. And we're going to rinse and repeat this on this portion. And since we've already got them facing this way, there you go. Alright. And so as those weld up, perfect. Okay, so we now need to get some lighting in here, and I'm thinking, because of the fact that we have an odd, there should be odd numbers here. Yeah. I'm thinking we're going to use just the regular lights, the interior lights. So we will do, let's grab those really quick. And I want, you guys are going to be chocolates. see if we have any lights that are not... Okay, perfect. So we want you. One light there. And we're going to go 1, 2. A light there. And on this side, we're going 1, 2. And a light there. Alright, now in here,
Energy low.
we're going to do something a little bit different. But I don't have the light. I'm going to put some corner lights in. Perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to run the corner lights down these that corner there and the corner over there. But I need to I need to make a few changes because I've got things set up over here the way I want, but not over there. So we'll deal with that in a moment. Right, so first things first. Here, radio lights. Alright, you three are shipyard tower. What is this? This is not hab. This is going to be upper lobby. There you go. Let's go 17 and a half. I may dial that back to 15 here in a second. I'll do 2.5. Actually, do 2. Yeah, that's good. All right, and then in here. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright. So we are going to go just like this. I don't remember if I put anything in the... Yeah, come on. No, I didn't. Okay. I couldn't remember if I had placed anything there or not. But there's one difference.
Energy critical.
We'll grab some power here in a moment. See? Double purpose, right? Now, one of the things, if you probably noticed, I haven't done yet is I haven't run ventilation. This is for one very important reason, mainly because of the fact that we haven't done the lower section yet. So what I want to do is figure out where we're running things like ventilation down there so that we can run things out from that portion or from that area. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that yet, but we'll figure it out. Hey, look, 7.5 kilometers. Okay. Now, one of the things that I had thought about doing was having, let's see, how about we take you out and we do something like that. And one more. Oh no, what do you think? And yes, we will do some painting out here at some point. Alright, so I need rails. And this one is going to be, there we go. that one. And now we're going to cheat a little bit. Oh no, that was right the first time. There we go. Alright, so I had to put those in a very specific order so I could actually get them to stick. But that keeps you from accidentally wandering off down into the stairwell of doom here. And then we're just going to basically do that. And from here we can actually place them the way they're supposed to be placed. Actually, I need the doubles for here, don't I? Because you are actually... I forgot that we did the other way. Oh. And there. Okay, so that's right, that's right. Okay, so we're just gonna drop down. Let's get all of the corners in place first. Come on. Get down there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get all of these placed. And then what we'll do is I'll do a quick cut to get I don't know. What do you think? You think we need to do a quick cut? You get to see the tedious portion here. And you're gonna go there, you're gonna go there. And you are already done. Okay, so the only thing left to do now is the doubles. And this is because when I was going through and I was mounting all of the walkways, I actually flipped the walkways. So the walkways are actually at the top of the block below us. Alright. Otherwise I would have been able to just use the appropriate rails. And part of the reason I did this was because I wanted to have it set up so that I could have lights mounted in particular areas, and I wanted things to come out at a certain angle when everything was said and done. So, and there you go. Actually, do we have? Is there a? No. Okay. So then that means we need that. Oh, it's because that light's there. Alright, so we'll do this instead. We'll do that. Alright. Need to get gravity out here. Okay. So now we have our stairwell up. Our express elevator. We have our 4 control areas, or operations areas, which is nice. And we have our visitor lounge. Maybe this will be where we'll do the lounge stuff. We'll actually make these dedicated lounges, and then we'll keep the areas at the end set up specifically for, you know, the meeting rooms. So if we go this way. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some desk work. So I'm thinking we may do this classroom style. So I actually have a meeting area, and then we want something like that. Drop that out for a moment. It's a 3x3. Ah, see, I'm not really wanting the 3x3 because that's only 2x3, so it's gonna be. There we go. If we're gonna do those, let's instead grab one of our different LCD blocks. And what I'm thinking here is we'll do. Oh, that could be kind of cool. Yep. So you have something like that. It would be really nice if they had a half block with an LCD on it. That would be a nice thing. So if anybody knows the mod author, let them know. Half block with this, that would actually be really cool. Thinking we may do is we may swap these out. We could do that, I guess. And then we can do the let's grab this really quick. We can do that. And so with the text panels and LCDs, you can change the rotation on these. They finally gave us that. There you go. Alright, so that gives us a presentation area. And you know what? I'm not happy with that. Because, I mean, you can kind of see it, but it's not good if you can't actually see everything, right? And then we'll do... say something there. We'll do one of these over here. And drop the lights out for right now. So that. So you always have to take care of the crew. All right. And then what I'm thinking here is we'll do some corner lights on this line. And I may play with the light offset so that it gives you a spotlight effect. So we'll have basically light over here. Maybe just leave it up there. I don't know. We'll figure that out. All right. And I want that and that. There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and duplicate this down on the other end. Head over there now. Hopefully. And we're just basically going to do the same thing over here. So you're going to be chair.
Energy
And we
low.
did 5. Alright. Table. We'll do. This is that conference room that nobody ever wants to use. You know how you always have that one conference room that's like completely decked out, everything's really nice. Like good, there's always like a good supply of drinks and snacks and stuff. And then there's that one that's basically a service closet. Yeah, this is the one that no one wants to be in. All right. So, I think that is going to do it for us today. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're going to get a little bit done off camera. So basically what I want to do off camera is I'm going to go ahead, get the rest of this stuff welded up. I'm going to duplicate the arms that we have on this side. On the, well, that span here to the right of the screen right now? Well, so we'll have arms coming in from the right as well as the arms coming in from the left, and I'll do that on both this berth as well as this berthing spot. Oh, there we go. So that we'll have that mirrored and done, and then we'll make a decision on whether or not we want to do that on the outer berth, on the outer berth locations. And the more I'm thinking about it, just sitting here looking at it, I think we're going to do it. Because I think it'll make it look a little bit more consistent. And then that leaves those innermost location on this side will turn into a landing pad, I think, with a couple of connectors on it so that we can park our utility craft so they're not up there, tucked into the stuff. Always need places to have ships landing and being able to refuel and get out of the line of fire. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, get out of here, get the rest of this stuff welded up. I have to cut that tether out and rerun all of that piping. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the comments section. And like I said, I know I'm throwing a lot at you. Feel free, if you think there's anything that you want to see more detail on or something better explained, always feel free to throw that down in the comments section. If there are suggestions or things you would like to see change, I won't promise I'll do it, but I will always at least read it. So yeah, on that note, if you did enjoy it, make sure you hit, and you haven't done so already, be sure to hit subscribe. Turn on those notifications if you want to be kept up to date when things happen around here. And I'm going to get out of here. So as always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. That kind of looks like an alien face, doesn't it? It's like, oh, hello, how are you?